This card right here is the coolest card that I've ever owned, and it's got probably the best story of any card that I have ever owned. Over the years, Topps has produced some really iconic cards, whether it be the 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle, the 1990 Frank Thomas no-name air card, or something a little more recent, like the 2012 Topps Mike Trout. But there's no card that's more iconic to me than the 2002 Topps Joe Mauer rookie card. Ever since I've been a kid, I've just had this weird fascination with this card. And this past summer, when Joe Mauer got elected into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York, I had a chance to do something very special and make a copy of this card very personal and very unique to me. On that random Thursday night in January when Joe Mauer got the call to Cooperstown, I was super excited. I remember watching the announcement live on MLB Network, and a lot of people were probably celebrating Minnesota, but the first thing I did was I went on eBay and I bought something. Now you're probably thinking I might have bought a card or something Joe Mauer related, which is partly true, but what I bought is right here. I bought this box of 2002 Topps Series 2. Now this is a hobby box that contains 24 packs, and it's since been opened. As you can see, it's completely empty, but this is one of my favorite boxes that I've ever opened, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it right now. So I bought this box right after Joe got the call, and I had a plan. I wasn't going to open it for a while. I was going to have the willpower to not open this and hide this away for the next 6 months. It was January 2024 at the time, and I had to wait until mid-July. I was able to do it. I hid it away in my suitcase, and this box stayed untouched and unopened for about 6 months before I got to Cooperstown, New York, where this box got ripped live on Induction Sunday, the day that Joe Mauer was inducted into Baseball Hall of Fame. The day came, I got to rip the box, and things weren't looking good. I was down to the last 2 packs. I had ripped 22 of the 24 packs, and no Mauer to be seen. Honestly, there was nothing cool from the box to be seen, really. We pulled a Cool Barry Bonds insert, but nothing else outside of that. And then came the 23rd pack, and I'm just going to let you guys see what happened from here. And man, the odds are really with us to hit one, because we get 240 cards in this box. It's either 250 or 300 cards in that Series 2 set. We really should have a good chance to hit one. Larry Bigby. Boom! We got the Mauer. Tons of paper loss on it, but we hit the Mauer. That is awesome. Let me sleeve this up. Man, other than that paper loss on the front and the back, it's actually a very, very clean copy. Centering is just like a little more on the left, but hey, we'll take it. That's what we were looking for. And we still got the rest of this pack and one more pack to see if we can hit a gold or an autograph or something. That's pretty cool, right? I did it. That card sat untouched in that box for 22 years, and I unearthed it on the day that Joe went into the National Baseball Hall of Fame. And it's just a very special card, knowing it was pulled in Cooperstown, New York. And it was one of my favorite cards in my collection at the time, but there was a lot more in store for this card that I'm going to get into right now. So like I said, that was not the end of the story for this card. If you guys know me, I'm all about the autographs. So we needed to add something just a little more personal to this card, and I had something really cool planned. I knew that Joe Mauer was doing a private autograph signing just a couple weeks after he got inducted into the Hall of Fame with a company that is local here in Minnesota. So when I got home, the first thing I did was I got that card ready to be signed. I didn't want just a signature on it though, so I had to brainstorm and try to figure out something kind of unique to get on it. I wanted to get an inscription, and I didn't want to do just like the basic Hall of Fame 24 inscription that everybody else was doing. So I had to brainstorm on that, and I was thinking for a while, and I finally came up with the coolest inscription that I could possibly think of. So I wanted this card to be personal, but also have like a little bit of a touch of Cooperstown in it, and like kind of have Joe acknowledge that it was pulled in Cooperstown. So what I landed on was for the inscription, Nick, nice pull, and then have him sign his name, Joe Mauer. After all that was done, I filled out all the paperwork and I paid my $150 to get the card signed, and now came the hard part, waiting. It took over 3 months to get this card back just because of how much of a demand there was for this signing and how many items Joe had to sign through. So unfortunately, it was a long 3 months, but it's back in the mail. I've got the package here today and we're gonna open it live later in this video. Fast forward 3 months, I got the card back in hand and it was perfect. But we weren't done yet. That was only step 2 of this journey. Everybody knows what you have to do when you get a really cool card. You have to send it to PSA so you can get it encapsulated and protected for the life of that card and probably your life as well. So it was off to PSA. I had the card for about 3 days. I got to enjoy it for 3 days and right out the door again. Time to do the next step in this process, and oh boy, it took so long for this card. I had to wait another 3 months. So we're going on. I remember I bought this box in January of 24, and I think I got it back towards the end of 24, and we're now in February of 2025, and I just got the card back. So it took quite a bit of time, but it's back. Let's get opening it right now. So today's the day. I got a notification later, but today's the day. I got a notification earlier today that the package was delivered, and I've got it in hand right here. And we're gonna open it right now, so stay tuned. Let's get into it. This is gonna be so awesome. It's time to open it. Here we go. This has been 14 months in the making. It's finally time to open this. Let's get going. Here we go. One card straight from PSA. This is probably the best card that I've ever owned. Value-wise, it's not about the value to me. It's more about the memory here, and this is the coolest Joe Mauer card I'll probably like. I've got Joe Mauer logo mans, I've got one of ones, I've got cool stuff, I've got tons of autographs, but here we go. Oh, I see it and it's sweet. Before I put it on camera, we're gonna slow reveal this thing down. This is so cool. Here we go. 2002 Joe Mauer draft picks. There's the signature. Nick, nice pull, signed Joe Mauer. And what did this thing grade? This graded a PSA 6 autograph grade 10. Now that is an amazing card. I am so happy to own this card. And it did take 14 months from the time I bought the box to the time that this card is now back in my hand right now. But this is truly one of my favorite cards I'll probably ever own. And the story along with it is amazing. Knowing this card's been to Cooperstown, New York on Joe Mauer's induction Sunday. It's been signed by Joe. Joe knows that it was signed in, or pulled in Cooperstown, I should say. And wow, just, I don't even know what to say about this. That's such a cool card, and it will be in my collection for the rest of my life. I hope you guys liked this video. I had a lot of fun making this, and if you guys want to see more stuff like this, let me know. I don't know how I can make something similar to this, but I love these cool stories of autographs, and I hope you guys do too. So stay tuned, and we will catch you guys in the next video.